Michael Thompson was a tall, strong man with a warm smile and a gentle voice. As a soldier in the U.S. Army, he was admired by everyone who met him for his bravery and dedication to his country. But beyond his uniform, Michael was a loving father to his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Full of energy and with bright, sparkling eyes, Lily adored dancing, drawing, and spending quality time with her dad. Unfortunately, Michael had been stationed overseas for several months, and the distance weighed heavily on both of them. Every day after school, Lily would sit by the window, her heart full of hope, waiting for the familiar sight of her father's truck pulling into the driveway. The sun would set, casting a golden hue over their home, but as the darkness crept in, so did her longing. At night, she would cuddle with the teddy bear he had gifted her, whispering softly, "Good night, Daddy. I love you." Each whisper was a small message sent across the miles, filled with longing and affection that only a child could express. Meanwhile, Michael missed Lily just as much. Every night, he would pull out the colorful drawings and heartfelt letters she sent him. Her words filled him with joy, but they also broke his heart, reminding him of how far away he was. In one of her letters, she had written, "Daddy, I learned how to ride my bike without training wheels. I wish you were here to see it." He promised himself that when he returned, he would make it special to show her just how much he loved her. One day, after what felt like an eternity, Michael received the news he had been waiting for: he was coming home. His heart raced with excitement as he read the brief message from his commanding officer. He immediately called his wife, Sarah, to share the wonderful news. "I'm coming home," he exclaimed, his voice filled with joy. Sarah was overjoyed but agreed to keep it a secret from Lily. "I want to surprise her," Michael said, a smile spreading across his face. They planned the perfect homecoming. Michael would return late at night, after Lily had gone to bed, so she would wake up to a wonderful surprise. As the day of his return approached, Michael could hardly contain his excitement. He envisioned Lily's face lighting up when she saw him in the morning. The anticipation made him feel like a child on Christmas morning, and his fellow soldiers playfully teased him for his eagerness, calling him the happiest soldier in the battalion. Finally, the day arrived. Michael stepped off the plane, breathing in the cool night air of America. After months filled with the heat and dust of deployment, he could hardly believe he was finally home. Sarah picked him up at the airport, and the drive home felt longer than his entire time away. He kept tapping his foot, checking his watch, and peering out the window, unable to contain his excitement. When they pulled into the driveway, the house was quiet, and the porch light glowed warmly. Michael spotted Lily's little shoes neatly placed by the front door, and his heart swelled with emotion. He carefully unlocked the door and stepped inside. The living room looked just as he remembered, with Lily's toys scattered around and her latest drawing taped proudly to the fridge. He smiled, feeling a wave of nostalgia wash over him. Tiptoeing down the hallway, Michael approached Lily's room at the end of the corridor. The door was slightly ajar, with a soft nightlight casting a gentle glow inside. He pushed the door open gently and peeked in. There she was, his little girl, curled up under her favorite blanket, her curly hair spread out on the pillow. Her teddy bear was tucked under her arm, and she looked so peaceful that he hesitated to wake her. "Lily," he whispered, his voice trembling with emotion. She stirred but didn't open her eyes. "Sweetheart," he said a little louder, stepping closer to the bed. This time, her eyes fluttered open. At first, she blinked in confusion, but then her gaze landed on him. Her sleepy expression quickly transformed into one of shock. "Daddy?" she whispered, as if she couldn't believe her eyes. Michael knelt by her bed, opening his arms wide. "It's me, baby. I'm home." In an instant, Lily shot up, nearly knocking him over as she threw her arms around his neck, hugging him tightly. "Daddy, you're really here." Tears streamed down Michael's face as he held her close. "I missed you so much, Lily. I'm never leaving you again." For the next hour, Lily wouldn't let go of her dad. She kept touching his face, his arms, as if trying to confirm he was real. She excitedly shared stories about school, her new friends, and how she learned to ride her bike without training wheels. "I practiced every day, Daddy. I wanted to show you." Michael listened intently, his heart swelling with pride and love. He laughed when she said she practiced her spelling because she wanted to be the smartest kid when he returned. Sarah entered the room with warm milk and cookies, and they all sat together on Lily's bed, talking and laughing until Lily started to yawn. "Okay, little one," Michael said, tucking her back in. "You need your rest. We've got a big day tomorrow." Lily smiled sleepily and asked, "Are you staying, Daddy? For real?" Michael kissed her forehead gently. "For real. I'm not going anywhere." With a content smile, Lily closed her eyes, holding his hand until she drifted off to sleep. The next morning, Michael woke up to the sound of laughter coming from the kitchen. He walked in to find Lily and Sarah busy making pancakes. The aroma filled the air, making his stomach rumble. As soon as Lily saw him, she ran to him, throwing her arms around him once more, as if she couldn't get enough of her dad. "Daddy, we're making your favorite," she exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. They spent the whole day together. After breakfast, they went to the park, where Lily showed off her bike riding skills. "Look, Daddy. No training wheels," she shouted, pedaling with all her might. Michael beamed with pride as he watched her zoom around the park, her laughter echoing in the air. Later, they played hide-and-seek among the trees, with Lily giggling as she tried to find the perfect hiding spot. Michael pretended to search high and low, making exaggerated expressions that sent them both into fits of laughter. Afterward, they danced in the living room to her favorite songs, spinning and twirling as if the world outside didn't exist. As the day turned to evening, they sat on the porch, watching the sun set over the horizon. The sky transformed into a canvas of pink and orange hues, and Michael felt a sense of tranquility wash over him. "Daddy, what's your favorite thing about being home?" Lily asked, her curiosity shining through. Michael thought for a moment and replied, "Being with you, Lily. Nothing else matters as much as family. You're my greatest treasure." His words were sincere, and Lily's face lit up with joy. "I love you, Daddy," she said, leaning against him. Michael wrapped his arm around her, pulling her close. "I love you too, sweetheart, more than you'll ever know." As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, they both felt a sense of peace. Together, they had created new memories that would last a lifetime. And so, they embraced the moment, understanding that love could conquer any distance, and they would always find their way back to each other. In the days that followed, Michael reveled in every moment he had with Lily. They visited local attractions, went on picnics, and even had movie nights filled with popcorn and laughter. Each day was a gift, a reminder of the bond they shared and the love that had grown even stronger during his time away. One evening, as they sat together watching a family movie, Lily turned to him with a thoughtful expression. "Daddy, do you have to go back again?" she asked, her voice tinged with worry. Michael took a deep breath, knowing this conversation was inevitable. "Sometimes, I have to go back to help keep our country safe, but I promise to always come home to you, Lily. Love will always bring us back together, no matter what." Lily nodded, a mixture of understanding and sadness in her eyes. "I'll always wait for you, Daddy. Just like I did this time." Michael felt a lump in his throat. "And I'll always come back for you, sweetheart. You're my reason for everything." As they finished the movie, Michael held Lily close, knowing that their love would guide them through whatever challenges lay ahead. He was home, and for now, that was all that mattered. And that's the story of Michael and Lily. If you enjoyed this journey, please share it with friends and family, and remember to cherish the moments with your loved ones. Thank you for reading, and until next time, keep dreaming, believing, and exploring.